Good morning, athletes. Happy Friday. Made it to the end of the week again. Getting real close to getting back into the gym. So only one more week of these at-home workouts and we should be back to normal, some sort of state of normal. We'll go ahead and get right into it. We're going to start with our warm-up 5-minute AMRAP. We are going to do 5 dumbbell rows on each side, bent over position. We're going to do 8 lateral hops over our dumbbell. We're going to do 6 single dumbbell deadlifts. You can do that two-handed or one-handed, and then 2 up-downs. We're going to just move through that for 5 minutes. Again, those bent over rows, we should have a nice back position, just slight bend in the knees. Just going to row right here. Kind of see that from the side. Those lateral jumps, all we're doing is looking for quick hops over that dumbbell. The dumbbell deadlifts, we're just going to look for a nice position here. Upright chest, back flat. Just going to deadlift that up in front of us like that. And those up downs, we're just going for a push-up plank position and then back to a stand. That'll be your warm-up. After that, we're going to get into our strength. Strength, we're going to work it kind of an EMOM style. Every 2 minutes, we're going to go through a new range. We're going to do that for 6 sets. We've got a lot of work to do here, so we're going to have to try to maintain a pretty good pace, not a lot of rest. So all of this is going to be single arm work, and you'll do it all on one arm before you switch to the other. So we're going to start with upright rows, then we're going to do shoulder presses, and then we're going to do single leg glute bridges. Those will not be weighted. So the rep scheme will be 5 on each arm for the upright row, 6 on each arm for the press, and 7 on each leg for the glute bridge. Upright row, we're going to stand in our nice tall position. Dumbbell should be just kind of in front of us. We don't want it all the way to the side. And we're going to just pull that all the way up to basically our collarbone position, keeping that elbow high and back. We're not trying to shrug as we do that. We're just looking for this position right here. Trying not to do too much wrist flexion, although that may happen depending on your mobility. So we're just going to do 5 on each arm to get through those upright rows. Then we'll be doing our shoulder press. You can do this standing or seated, doesn't matter. We're just going to drive this overhead. Nice position locked out overhead. Just like that. Single leg glute bridges. This is very similar to our normal glute bridge, but like the name implies, we're going to try to only use one leg to drive up, keeping that close to our butt. Other leg should be extended out. Doesn't need to be locked out, but we're just trying to use that to counterbalance as we come up into this position. Just looking for that little range of motion right there, locking out the hip as we get to the top. You may or may not have more range of motion than myself. That is what we're looking for though, is from the bottom to the top, nice locked out hip. That'll be your strength for today. It's going to set you right up to go into our Metcon. Metcon is 3 AMRAPs. They are all identical. They're all 5 minutes long and there's a minute rest between each one. What we're going to be doing here is swings. These will be either with a dumbbell or a kettlebell. We're going to eye level, so Russian style swings, 6 of those. Then we're going to go into push presses, 4 on each arm, and then finally we'll finish with 10 up downs. You're going to move through as many rounds of that as you can in 5 minutes, then rest, then go again, then rest, then go one more time. The goal here is that this should be pretty sprinty feeling, but we want to try to get the same number of rounds or similar in the 3rd set as we did in the 1st set. So kind of try to feel out your pacing. You should maybe be a little conservative on the first set of 5 minutes. Maybe go a little bit harder pace on the 2nd set, and then you know you're almost done. Go full bore in that last round. That's what you should be feeling for. So those swings, if you've got a dumbbell, you're just going to hold it by the head here, looking for a nice hinge, swinging it up like that, making sure we got that explosive hip drive as we go from this position to this position here. You should be using your hips more than your arms. Push press, very similar to the shoulder press we already did. Slight dip, driving it overhead, locking it out. straight back into your next reps. In the up downs, I already showed you in the warm up, just looking for that push-up plank position, then back to standing. That'll be your Metcon. There is a finisher for today. It's a very core-centric finisher. What it will be is 1 minute of alternating V-ups. So we'll go alternating legs using both arms or one arm, opposite leg. Then we're gonna go right into 3 minutes of hollow rocks and Russian twists. You can weight these if you'd like for the twists, but there's a lot of reps, 20 hollow rocks, 40 Russian twists. So you may just wanna go body weight for it today. After you get through that 3 minutes, you're going right back into another minute of alternating V-ups. So again, those alternating V-ups, we're gonna be in this position here. We're trying to come up to those legs, those feet, trying to keep that leg as straight as possible as we come up into that. If you need to bend your leg a little bit to reach, then that's fine. Whatever your hamstring mobility allows is what you're gonna go for today. Your hollow rocks, you're gonna be in your hollow position here. Let a little bit of your body momentum get you rocking back and forth between your upper buttocks, low back, to maybe your mid back. That'll be your hollow rock. We're trying to maintain that nice position through that whole range of motion. And then finally, those Russian twists, your feet can be down on the ground or you can pick them slightly up. We're just twisting back and forth here, trying to lean back a little into it to really engage that core as you twist back and forth. Remember, we are twisting our torso, not just using our arms, so make sure you're twisting that torso as you go through that. Hope you enjoyed the workout today. We've got another set of Squat Saturday tomorrow, and we hope to see you for that. All right, have a great one. Thanks.